break it down, it's like, hey, it's not rocket science that you need to eat fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and stay hydrated, right? So what's the barrier and the obstacle to you actually, working off that?
Yeah.
What you ultimately end up finding out is that their relationship with food is all about certainty and security.
Yeah.
In an uncertain, insecure world, in their mind, maybe they don't have support at home. Maybe their boss in their work environment, they make a ton of money, but they're completely miserable in. The only thing that they have to rely on at the end of the day is the cocktail and the piece of pizza, because that's where their certainty and security come from. But then that kicks in a whole set of shame, like the shame and the guilt kick in, and then the cycle just repeats on itself. And when you get them to understand that what they're mostly operating on behalf of is a belief system about themselves, and it's a perspective, it's an opinion,
right.
It's a running commentary, that if you teach them how to create space from, it's very draining to think negatively.
Yes.
Constantly.
But look what they're on all the time, TikTok and Instagram.
Totally. So the relationship with food gets dysfunctional when the mind and the chatter and the commentary and the narrative and the story is dysfunctional. And when you just shed light on that, whole new worlds open up to people if they're willing to go to that place.
Yeah.
If they don't want to go to that place, it's going to be hard to convince them that there's another way to live.
Yep.
Because it almost becomes addictive. And there's really crazy mechanics behind people's thinking.
Yes.
They're almost dead set on convincing everyone that they're right about how they see the world. So they'll create evidence or find the evidence to support why they need to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Their
identity is wrapped up in that too.
Yep.
They've got to want more for themselves. That's why everybody wants to, a lot of people want to look better, perform better, right? So you see how it's a perfect segue. Once you go and all of a sudden you have these conversations about nutrition, it's a great segue into, hey, because it exposes them.
Yeah.
Then you get to have these really transformative conversations with people, because that everything's an extension off of how you're thinking.
For sure.
So cool stuff just starts, explosive stuff starts happening with the person that wants that type of work.
Well, the athletes that we're referring